Hey guys, what's going on? Joshua Elder here with another video for you. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make $700 a day fast, even if you're a broke beginner. So before we dive into the content, as always, if you're new, make sure that you subscribe to the channel because right now I'm uploading videos on a daily basis, teaching you how to build a life and business full of freedom, passion, and fulfillment. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel here with another income update. I want to show you guys some proof that I've been making $700 a day on average for the past 2 weeks. So if we zoom in here, first of all, I've actually had my biggest week for quite a while here on Clickbank. I think this is my biggest week on Clickbank ever. You can see I've done $6,749.57, and I'm averaging easily over $3,000 per week right now. If we scroll down, today is Monday, June 18th, 2018. You can see I brought in $1,315.40. The day before that on a Sunday, a little slow. Sundays tend to be a little bit slower, $114.55. Saturday was $2,913.44. And you can see that for that week, just this last week, really been crushing it as far as sales are concerned. So these are my actual gross commissions. And if I go to my reporting over here, you guys will be able to see that for the past 14 days, as you can see, set to the last 14 days, that's a date range. If I can zoom in over here, you guys can see that my net sales amount is $11,235.11. So if we pull out the calculator here and we just take $11,000, I'm just going to round down and divide that by 14 days. You can see that's actually $785 per day for the past 14 days. So again, if you are returning to this channel, you know that I give you guys income updates really often. So you can see if you go back through history in my YouTube channel, you guys can see the growth of my Clickbank account over time. I'm one of the few YouTubers that actually do this. So I hope you get value, in that, and you appreciate, that authenticity and that, transparency. So with that being said, I prepared something special for you guys today on my AWW app board here, which of course the topic of conversation is how to make $700 a day fast as a broke beginner. Now, if you got some money, you could probably reach this milestone a lot faster. So you should suspect that between 6 to 12 weeks, you could potentially make $700 a day. Now, I'm not claiming or guaranteeing that you can make $700 a day. I showed you guys my income results. And again, those results are not typical. It took persistent work, persistent effort. It took consistency. It took, the tenacity and the audacity to keep going when I should have quit long ago. I mean, guys, I went 5 years without getting really any results, made a few commissions here and there, but it took a lot of work. Now, fortunately enough, we've got information out there that we didn't have otherwise. We've got better mentoring. We've got better systems and automation in place. And my goal in this video is to help you shortcut your success. You can take these 4 steps I'm going to show you and start generating results as quickly as possible. So if I were to start over from scratch, this is what I would do step by step to make $700 a day fast and efficiently. So step number 1, we need to build an audience on 1 to 2 of the following platforms by giving daily value. I built my whole entire business, about 99% of my business, just using one platform, you guys, and I didn't branch out to other platforms until I focused on one platform for at least, 6 months. So I would recommend that you focus on one of these platforms. You can focus on as much as 2, but don't overwhelm yourself. You guys know, what overwhelms you and what doesn't. So there's 2 categories that you're going to want to be putting consistent value daily on, okay? And I'm not just saying any type of content. I'm saying value. Your value straight from your brain, straight from your heart. Don't be like a parrot and, just basically say what somebody else is saying out there in the marketplace. You've got to embody what it is that you're talking about, right? So give value daily in a specific niche, okay? this niche can be one of within one of the 3 markets that I recommend, the health, wealth, and relationships markets. Okay, you can go to clickbank.com. You can find a bunch of different markets within clickbank.com and a bunch of different niches within those markets. And then you're going to eventually select a product within those niches. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, how am I going to make money? You're probably getting a step ahead of yourself. You don't want to worry about making money until you've built your audience. If you're in this, if you're, in an online business for the sole goal to make money, unfortunately, you're probably not going to make that much. You got to be somebody that's a giver. You got to be somebody that's okay with giving value to the marketplace and receiving absolutely nothing in return. Okay? Now, you've got to be willing to go to one of these high leveraged platforms or one of these low leverage platforms, and I want you to log into these platforms daily and post content every single day, solving specific problems within your specific niche. Okay, so if I'm in the weight loss niche, I'm going to write down as many problems as I can think of that my potential customer would be having. I could even survey the marketplace. I can go to forums and I can see what people are talking about that's based around my niche, and then log in every day and find somebody that's having a problem and then give them a solution. Just give value. And what you can do, especially like in forums, even though it's very low leveraged, in this signature, every time you are answering a question, what you can do in the signature of your reply, you can actually have a link that goes to your website, right? The signature is basically what's at the bottom of your forum posting every time you make a post within the forum. Okay, so the more value you give, the more chances you have that people are going to click your links and go to your website. Okay, you can do this in Facebook groups as well, except it's not called a signature. You would just leave, your link at the very bottom, or you be very strategic. You give so much value in these Facebook groups that people would eventually come to you and ask you for more information personally because you're giving so much value. There's also blog commenting. You can go to blogs that are related in your niche, go to the bottom, comment on these blogs. And, at the end of your comment, you can post a link to your website. You can do the same thing on YouTube, but you got to make sure you're doing it on the right channels. Most people aren't going to let you just go in the YouTube comments and just spam your link without providing value first. I get tons of spam comments in my comment section of my videos, and it's ridiculous. I delete 99.9% of them because nobody's out there to give pure value or compliment what I'm already saying in my videos. So what I just described here are low leverage ways of building your business. That means that when you make a post, that specific post might only appear on the forum for so long before it's drowned out and lost by other posts. Same thing with YouTube comments. The more people that are posting in the comment section, your comment can get pushed down. So those are considered low leverage ways of building your business. They still work, but they're going to require a lot more effort. And then you have high leverage. High leverage is where you can do the work once and leverage that work for a very, very long time. This includes blogging, includes YouTube videos, Instagram pictures, Instagram stories, and even Pinterest. I would say Instagram stories are actually a little bit lower leverage because they're like a 24-hour time period. So I would say primarily Instagram pictures there, and then Pinterest. All these pieces of content can actually rank in the search engines, and if it's a video, it can rank in YouTube. And so every time somebody searches on a specific, topic within your niche, they find your video at the top of the search engine. And as long as that video is ranked at the top, you do the work once and it'll continue to get traffic to it. Okay. So that's number one, is build an audience on one or two of the following platforms and overload with value daily. I would say even on some of these platforms like Instagram, you can post like 4 or 5 times a day. On YouTube, you want to post about, 1 time a day. Any more than that's too overbearing. Blogging, 1 time a day. Pinterest, you can do it a few times a day. On forums, Facebook groups, blog commenting, YouTube commenting, you can do this as much as you want. You can post as much as you want. I was even going to put Instagram DM, Instagram direct messaging. You can send out 100 messages if you really want it bad enough. You can make this happen as a broke beginner. This is all free advertising. And this is the grind phase. 6 to 12 weeks. You're going to be doing this every single day. You're going to be grinding. But guess what? Once you build that initial audience, you're going to be able to compound your efforts a lot easier once you reach a certain threshold or a certain point. I'm going to be talking about that in number 3. But let's talk about number 2 real quick. What you want to do is once you've began to build this audience and you're giving goodwill out there to the marketplace, what you want to do is you want to find an affiliate product to sell on clickbank.com and promote it on the back end of your value. AKA you'd promote it, in the signature within, your forum profile. You would, promote it at the end of your YouTube videos. You'd promote it at the end of the value in your blog commenting and YouTube commenting. You'd promote it in the profile of your Instagram profile. All right. You'd promote it within your profile on Pinterest and within specific pictures on Pinterest and Instagram, right? And then basically what you would do is you wouldn't promote the Clickbank product directly. And by the way, if you want to learn a little bit more about what Clickbank is and affiliate marketing, because that's a business model that we're leveraging to make $700 a day, I will include a link in the description below that will teach you a little bit more about Clickbank. But with that being said, what you want to be doing is send people, for example, if you're doing Instagram, put a link in Instagram that goes straight to a capture page where you capture a name and an email address. It's going to look something like this, right? And then once they enter that name and email address, they're going to be sent to a sales video. When they go through the sales video and they watch the sales video and they end up buying the product, the affiliate product, you actually earn a commission off of selling somebody else's product. Okay, this is where you start making money. So the more eyeballs you get to this front end capture page, whether it be from a YouTube video, it be from a Instagram profile, a forum signature, a comment on a blog, you want as many visitors from those platforms to the capture page as possible. And then the numbers will start to work out. Typically, you'll get about 30% of people that fill out their information on the capture page and go to the sales video. Now, when people fill out their information, they're going to go on an email list, okay? This is done through an autoresponder service that logs a list of emails. And so when you capture somebody's name and email address and it goes on this specific list, you can then follow up with those people through emails if they decide not to buy the first time from your sales video. Okay? Now, once we do this, what we can then do is kind of calm down a little bit and start gaining more leverage by running paid traffic. And the way that we're going to run paid traffic is we're going to take the earnings that we make from these high leverage and low leveraged platforms, and we're going to reinvest that money back into paid advertising. And what we're going to do is we're going to use a concept called retargeting ads. And basically what happens is we put a little retargeting pixel on every part of our website. And what will happen is a website called AdRoll will save this data. So in this case, you have the retargeting data pool here. And this data pool is full of website visitors. Maybe if you used blogging, or really any of these other platforms. Maybe they came from YouTube, right? And they viewed a video. What we can do is take a Facebook ad when they're on Facebook and view an ad to them through Facebook. So, and then they might go from Facebook over to, Instagram, and we can target them there, and we can basically follow them around the internet on all these different websites, right? And then we can have the opportunity to resell them when they didn't decide to buy. So we can send them to like a pre-sell page or back to another capture page, and then yet send them to another sales video. Okay, and that's going to help us gather even more leads exponentially, because if only 30% of people converted, then we can re-expose a new ad to 70%, lower ad costs because they've seen us before, and pay very, very little per lead. And then we could take that data based off of the 30% conversions and then the retargeting and create a bigger email list. And then we can create audiences that look like the audience of our email list and target those people too and build our list even bigger. Now, by this point, you guys should realize that the money that you make is in your email list. That's where the money's made. On average, it's going to take about 6 to 7 exposures to your sales video, to your affiliate product, for them to finally buy. So that's why we want to be building a relationship with them. We want to capture their name and email address. We want to follow up with them with emails. And then we want to retarget them and give them several opportunities to buy our stuff. So if we follow this strategically, you can go from having no money, being negative, broken, busted, and being somebody like myself that was $20,000 in debt, to building a multiple 6-figure yearly business and making as much as $700 a day. And this is the fastest way that you guys can do it. So if you hone your focus on this 4-step process here, your life will never be the same. I can promise you that. So I hope you got value from this video. If you did, let me know by liking this video. Give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions regarding this. I know this was kind of, it can become somewhat complicated. I would recommend watching this video through once again so you can really understand this on a deeper level. But after this, you guys should truly realize why you don't need any money. You just need a heart, and you need a dang good work ethic. So if you can dedicate the next 60 to 90 days, you may think that that's a long time to make $700 a day, but that's actually, fairly quick in the grand scheme of things, knowing that people go to college for 4 years, even as much as 10 years, to make that much, or even make a lot less than that. Some people are making that, a week. Some people, it takes 2 weeks to make that amount. So in the grand scheme of things, 6 to 12 weeks of hustling and grinding for 8 hours a day is honestly not that much. So the question is do you have what it takes? If you have what it takes, comment below in the comments, I have what it takes. I want you to let the community here know that you're going to do this and you've got what it takes. Let us know below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you want to learn how to build an affiliate marketing business in complete detail from scratch with everything covered, I know we only had so much time in this video, check out the resources section below. I've got my top recommended system and my inner circle program. Go ahead and check them out if you're serious about really completing this 6 to 12 week program, this blitz that we've got going on here. So Josh Elder signing out. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.